Hello, kindergartners, and welcome to our at standard worksheets today. Taking out this worksheet, same as before, different numbers, different numerals. We need our black number writing tool, our purple math symbol, our blue for our, actually let's start orange for ones, blue for tens, and then we already have our purple out, but purple for 100s. Okay, so we have this worksheet out. You already know how to do this. You've had 2 days of practice, so I'm going to let you do this one on your own, thinking, solve this number sentence, finding the sum, and then finding the matching, what is it called? The matching pictures to show the number sentence. Okay, so that's that worksheet. Our next worksheet is our number families. So number families is when you have the same 3 numerals and you change them around to make a new number sentence. So for instance, when we think about, of course, name at the top. When we think about this, we see the 3 numerals 2, 3, and 5. How can we make that into an addition number sentence? Can you think of any ways? 2, 3, and 5. Which number would be our sum? You think? Right, the sum is always the larger number. 2, 3, 5. So 5 would be our sum. We see our 2 addition number sentences here. So 5 would have to be our sum for both of them because when we do addition, the sum is always the largest number. So taking your number writing tool, your numeral writing tool, and we are writing over here where you see how there's addition, addition, subtraction, subtraction. So these first 2, we see the equal sign. We write the sum after the equal sign. Our sum is 5, 5. So we already found the sum for our addition number sentences. Now looking at our numbers that are left, does 2 plus 3 equal 5? Let's think. 2 and 3 more. Counting on 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 2 and 3 make 5. So we could write the number sentence 2 plus 3 equals 5. So writing that at the top with your marker or crayon or pencil, 2 plus 3 equals 5. We've talked about this a few times. When we do addition number sentences, does it matter if this addend is first? Could these numbers be switched? Oh, let's try it out. If we had 3 plus 2, does that equal 5? 3, 4, 5. Oh, so we could switch these 2 numerals, these 2 addends around, and the sum is still 5. So we could write 3 plus 2 equals 5. Oh, interesting. This is making me think about our missing addends when we were writing those 2 number sentences. We first wrote the sum at the end, and then our next number sentence, do you remember what we did next? Right, we took our sum and put it in the first, the minuend for a subtraction problem, number sentence. So starting with 5, and we do the same thing over here. We have our second, we have 2 addition number sentences that we're figuring out, and 2 subtraction number sentences. that we're writing out. So we have our 5 as our sum, and now our 5 has become the first number, or our minuend, in our 2 subtraction problems. So 5 minus, choosing one of these numbers here, because we have a 5, now we need to figure out one of these numbers. 5 minus, let's start with 2. 5 minus 2. Let's figure out what number do we have, what numeral do we have left up here? We used our 5, we used our 2, our 3, right. Let's figure out if 5 minus 2 makes a difference of 3. Okay, so thinking 5, take away 2. 1, 2. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. 5 minus 2 equals 3. What? Wait a second. What if we switch that around? What if we did 5 minus 3? We did 5 minus 2. That equaled 3. What if we did 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3. Well, we got our 5. We used our 3. What numeral is left? Our 2. Wait a second. Are you telling me that 5 minus 3 equals 2? Let's try it. 5, take away 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 5 minus 3 equals 2. We just wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numerals and 4 number sentences with the same 3 numbers over and over. That is called a number family. When you use the same 3 numbers to find 2 addition number sentences and 2 subtraction number sentences. You're going to be doing the same exact thing in these 3 boxes and the same exact thing on the next worksheet too. The difference is there is a mistake in these 4 boxes. Do you see what the mistake is? What's different about this worksheet and this worksheet? I don't know why there's a mistake. Mr. Gallagher doesn't know why there's a mistake, but we're going to fix the mistake ourselves. Look at the number at the math symbols. You notice the difference now? Right. The math symbols on this side has 2 addition number sentences and 2 subtraction number sentences. Looking at this page, how many addition sentences are you seeing in each box? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many subtraction number sentences are you seeing? I'm not seeing any anywhere. We need 2 addition, 2 subtraction. So we're going to take our purple math symbol marker and we are going to put an X over our math symbols and write a subtraction sign. X, subtraction sign. Same thing over here. X, subtraction sign. Same thing down here. X, subtraction sign. Think we should do it here too? I think so. X, subtraction sign. Okay, these are the same exact thing that we are doing here, but the numbers get a little bit larger. It is the same exact pattern every single time. You look here at the 3 numerals, you find the largest, that is going to be your sum, and then that number, once you get to the subtraction problems, becomes your minuend. And then the subtrahend switches. See? You can see here, we have a match and a match. These numbers get flipped and these numbers get flipped. Okay, so if you need to look back and see this pattern, and that might help your thinking. Matching, making sure you're using the same three numbers over and over again to make those number families. And then double check your work. See, does 2 plus 3 equal 5? Does 4 plus 3 equal 7? Does 7 minus 3 equal 4? So double checking your work. You could use your pennies, you could use your fingers, you could use your dots. Double checking your work. Okay, those are our 2 for that. And then our last worksheet we are doing today, we are doing more number thinking with place value. So this is where we have our ones, tens, right? And hundreds. So if we look here, this says, read each sentence and give the correct number. The first says, what number has 6 in the hundreds place, 1 in the tens place, 4 in the ones place? Before we begin, let's take out our ones marker, which is our orange. We're looking for that word here. It says ones. Let's put a 1 underneath the word ones. Okay? And then taking out our marker crayon for our tens place. Looking here, we see the number, or we're seeing the word tens, tens, writing a 10 underneath. This is going to help you with these three. You can read them on your own. You can see, oh, there's my word for ones, and then I need to look in the 3 numbers, or the 3 sentences, to find that word 1. And then you can put a 1 underneath it if that helps you. Okay, and then our purple for our hundreds. Okay, we see here the word hundreds. So we're going to write 100. So we have our hundreds, tens, and ones. And now in these next 3 questions, you can go through and write 100s when you see the word hundreds. You can go through and write the 10 when you see the word tens. You can go through and write the ones and the places that you find ones. But we're not done yet. Over here, we know that normally when we write out our number, over here is the ones place. 1 starts with a letter O. So that's showing us our ones place. Let's also write the number 1 underneath so we know for sure that is our ones place. The next place over is our tens place. Right. 10 starts with a T. T. We see the T representing tens. So let's write a number 10. And then the next place over is the hundreds place, right? So let's write a 100 underneath the H for hundreds. Okay, so now we see the matching. You can do that with the rest of the 3. We will come here, we see 6, we see hundreds, so we know 6 must go in the hundreds place. Taking out our purple. 6. Next one down, we see 1, number 1. We wrote our number 10, so we know 1 is in the tens place. Right. Blue. So we need a what in the tens place? A 1. And then the last sentence says 4 in the ones place. Right. Have our orange. What goes in the ones place? 4. You got it. We've written our number. So altogether, our number is 614. We see that 14, we know that number. And then we add a 6 in the front, and that becomes 614. Okay, so doing the same thing with the next 3. If it helps you in your thinking, finding that word hundreds, and then writing hundreds underneath it every time, finding tens, and so on. Okay, those are our worksheets for today for our app video. I will see you tomorrow for some more worksheets. Bye, everyone.